The evidence that a feeding tube helps in that situation is exceedingly thin. If anything, the evidence is that it increases the likelihood of aspiration, increases the likelihood of shortness of breath. There's no particular advantage given. I've had patients like this on feeding tubes, and they don't metabolize what you put in. They don't make proteins. They don't heal wounds. The body has just really given out. The feeding tube is mostly an irrelevancy. The feeding tube is a risky procedure. You get about 10% complications with it. It offers no particular advantages. Every once in a while you run into a family that just cannot believe these facts. I used to have a fair number of people who had survived the Holocaust and had been desperately hungry for a long time. And it just was not possible to believe that the person would not be abjectly miserable. And then you go ahead and do a feeding tube. It's not terrible, and you do it, as slick as possible and troubling the patient as little as possible. But you do have to respond to how the people you're working with are interpreting their world. I've done a few PEG tubes in those circumstances, mostly where it just has tremendous meaning to the family. And you have to assume that it probably would have had that meaning to the patient. You just didn't have the chance to ask them.